Well, I think we're all loving the extra daylight that we're having.
It's very nice.
It was really nice today. A little gusty, I felt like. I had to
Yeah.
definitely put on a little windbreaker walking outside for a little bit.
Yeah, I brought out the winter coat once again, which is quite a difference
winter
from.
coat.
Well, it was an earlier start to the walk where it was a
So it's
feel like
cooler.
it was a feel like 38 degrees when the dogs and I were out. Far cry from where we were yesterday
Yeah.
with record high temps around the area, Greg.
Great.
Yeah, we kind of got back to a little bit where we should be, but still, even with the cool down that we had, we were above average for this time of year where we hit the upper 40s, low 50s today. So we're going to start climbing back up there through the next couple days. So tomorrow, more 50s, maybe a few areas might hit the 60 mark. Everyone will probably be in the 60s Thursday. And then as we go Friday, that's when record highs could once again be in jeopardy. We're looking at maybe some mid 70s for a lot of locations before another system, a pretty strong one, enters the plain states too. That also involves some wind and maybe dryness. We'll have to keep an eye on fire danger going on definitely because we're in the season for it. And then the storms come Friday evening. The better severe threat stays to our south, but we look to have some activity that could continue through Friday night. It definitely will be a wet Friday night and then linger into some parts of Saturday too. But overall, here's your high temperature tomorrow. Some areas may hit the 60-degree mark. We were in the low 50s for a lot of areas. So overall, another jump and increase. Our average this time of year should be the low to mid 40s. So it's going to be quite a bit average. And that's really the common theme for the last 5 to 6 days here. As we go to Thursday, the winds turn around to the south. They pick up a little bit. We'll see mid 60s for most locations, upper 50s to the north. So another warm day. Then going to Friday, this is when the warmest day we'll probably have, and might be a while till we see these 70s too, based on what it looks like extended wise. Overall, we'll have mid 70s. Could be a record. The record's in jeopardy definitely for La Crosse area and Eau Claire, so we'll see that. The wind will be the other story picking up in the afternoon, especially out of the south-southeast. So we'll have windy conditions or at least breezy conditions going on throughout that as that system begins to approach. The severe threat with this as it develops, a very deep surface low pressure is going to develop somewhere in the plain states over here. So moisture is going to surge north, warm air. Obviously, we're going to be in the 70s. So severe threat does stretch up to about I-90. Just the lower threat. The higher threat remains to the south where it should be this time of year, but we have that opportunity, and this would probably be Friday evening, early Friday night. Most of the day Friday all the way almost to the Friday commute, a PM commute, should be fine and dry, and we'll kind of time that out, but you can see if we zoom in here where that line, this could be shifted further north. Once again, it is a threat, but the more threat is probably further south. As we kind of time out Friday, you can see all these winds coming up from the south. Here will be the first area of the thunderstorms that develop somewhere in Iowa with a line that will develop. Now, the challenge is can this line stay together as it approaches our neck of the woods that we begin to see stronger storms come through, but it's not going to be really till after about 7 to 8 you'll see this approach. By midnight we're seeing showers and thunderstorms across the area. That line will lift north, so that by the time you wake up Saturday morning for a lot of areas you might see a few showers and clouds, but it's not going to be a heavy all-day type rain Saturday. The heaviest rainfall will probably be Friday night as this line lifts north and we kind of have a little bit of dry air that cuts off, and then we'll see the winds pick up. You can kind of see this with lightning, given that how that lightning comes up fairly quick and then stop it there, but it falls apart pretty good. So these storms will fall apart. It's just a matter of where they'll do it. So we'll have to keep an eye on Friday evening for activity. Wind gusts, as I mentioned, we're going to see some strong winds going out on Friday. That'll be the other story with the winds behind it. We'll also have winds on the backside of the system through the second half of the weekend. And notice the temperature drop behind it. We're going to go back to around 40 with that north wind on Sunday. You'll definitely make it feel chilly for this time of year. And then going into St. Patrick's Day, we kind of dry out and get back into the 50s, which is once again still above average. So we got some weather to deal with, but not until about Friday evening. So enjoy the nice stretch of weather, really.
All right, we will. Thanks, Greg.